Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Gizmo Joe. I know it's been a long time, but to be fair to myself, I guess, I am currently living in the United States. So basically, long story short, I decided to spend some time in the U.S. due to some family stuff. So I'm going to be here for the next 6 months or so. So that was why I haven't really released a video in a really long time, and it's also why everything doesn't look like they normally do because again, I'm just sort of working with what I got here, and what I have is not much. But anyway, I wanted to make a video today because I had to order some USB-C cables. I'm actually just while I've just sort of come back to the States. I just got here like 2 weeks ago. I'm actually staying at my parents' place until I can figure out a place to live. And they're all iPhone users, like most Americans, I guess. I think it's got 90% of the market share or something like that. But I am a strictly Android guy, so I asked my father, I said, hey, when I arrive, can you just make sure I have some USB-C cables because I won't be able to charge my phone otherwise. And so he bought me this pack. Again, my recommendation, but I found it on Amazon. It was pretty cheap, and I figured I'd do a little video on them just to show you guys what I think. But anyway, this is the INIU. INIU. I'm not really sure how to pronounce that. If somebody knows how to pronounce that, let me know. But I've heard about these guys mainly through power banks, and they get really good reviews, and they seem to be pretty cheap. This 5-pack of USB-C cables, obviously that's USB-A to USB-C. This 5-pack I think was like $10 US, something like that. And to me, that sounded pretty good. They're 3.1 amp, which means it should charge most of my stuff. I think it might even charge my laptop. But if you take a look on the back here, it's got a 3-year warranty. That's fantastic. Again, order through Amazon. Not really sure what that's about, but anyway, my family orders everything through Amazon. They have Prime, so it gets here and, like, I don't know, a robot delivers it or something within 3 hours. But anyway, I don't know if that's true, by the way. I just made that up. What we see here is just some basic contact stuff. I'm not even sure who makes this brand, where it comes from. I just know that it gets some decent reviews. So as you can see, the packaging is pretty plain. It's pretty big, but again, there's 5 cables in here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a knife and I'm going to slice open the top here, and I'm going to open up the packaging, show you what's inside, all that good stuff, and then we'll, kind of run through the cables and how they perform. Okay, so I've got the package open. Let's just slide this guy out. Actually, I think I can feel them here. So I'm going to slide it out this way. Okay, so, all right, there's some good stuff in here. Let's see if there's anything else in here. And I apologize for being really zoomed in. I don't have my normal tripod, so I'm working with like a little mini tripod. I know everything looks super close, and I apologize. I'll try to get my hands on, a more substantial tripod in the future. But anyway, let's take a look at this little card here. Basically, this is just their socials, email, etc., etc. Scan the barcode on the seal sticker by Amazon or transparency app. I don't know what that means. I guess verify authenticity. If somebody knows what this means, definitely let me know. I've been living in Australia, so Amazon in Australia isn't quite as sort of advanced as it is in the States. So maybe they offer some extra services that I'm not aware of. But anyway, just put that off to the side. We've got our little welcome guide here. Let's take a look. Basically just says, okay, yep, this is everything. So what's cool about these is that they have a little LED indicator. I'm curious to see what that looks like. There's some strap. The cord is nylon braided, which is always nice. And it's in a bunch of different languages here. It just says instructions for use. It says here it supports both fast charging and data transfer, so that's good. LED indicator will light up while charging or syncing. All right, so I like that because, obviously if you're in a dark room or whatever, I think that's great. So it says here, tips for charging speed, quick charge certified charger, and a device capable of the same are required for quick charge. Charging speed may vary depending on different lengths due to the power consumption. Okay, great. All stuff I already know, and basically the rest of it is just all in the other different languages. So pretty, obviously they're cables, pretty self-explanatory, whatever. Anyway, let's take a look at these guys. So first sort of impression, the packaging is very professional. It looks really good. So you've got, the little cardboard bands on here are branded. It does just look really good. I'm not sure what the length of these guys are. I don't know if it said it on the actual box or not. I honestly can't remember. It doesn't say anywhere on the box the different lengths, but there's obviously a couple different lengths here. We've got one big guy, so that's handy. And then we've got two probably sort of mid-sized ones, and then we've got two smaller ones. To be honest with you, I should probably grab a tape measure and find out for you so that you know how big these are. So just give me 2 seconds. Okay, so I've got a tape measure here. It's probably older than I am, but that's okay. It means it's good quality. Anyway, let's take a look at some of these small guys. Just because I realize that, again, I don't have the biggest tripod in the world, and so it's kind of hard for you guys to see. Or maybe this is better. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Anyway, just first glance here, what we've got here is the cable strap is actually like a rubber, which is nice. However, it's not as convenient. I know I've had anchor cables in the past that are kind of like a strap that is Velcro, and that's a lot easier than this guy, because this one you have to kind of like, it's got the gradations there and you've got to like really pull it to get it out. But I just feel like putting it back, like again, you've got the little things, you can see the little notches here. You've really got to like kind of snake it through and then yank this guy. I mean, look, it's not a huge issue, but it's just something that I feel like the Velcro ones are just a little bit easier to use. So look, first impressions, these cables feel quite substantial. Again, they're like a thick gauge. They're all nylon. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. But it's a really, really good quality. It doesn't appear to be any fraying or anything like that, which is nice. So like I said before, you've got your USB-A sort of standard connector, and then you've got the USB-C connector on the end. And here is your little LED charging syncing indicator, which I like. I wonder what color it's going to glow. I think on the box it was green, so I bet you it's probably green. But anyway, let's see how long this guy is. And I'm going to have to do a lot of this off camera, so I apologize that you can't see this whole process. But basically, it's not exactly high tech, right? You know, I'm just kind of stretching the cable out and then seeing how long it is. So look, this guy is probably about a little over 3 feet. So you can see that it's about 3 feet, 3 and a bit. So about a meter. Let's take a look at one of the other ones. I'm just going to set this guy off to the side. I'm going to look at the sort of mid-size one. And I'm probably going to have to do this off camera just because this guy is obviously a lot bigger. And so what I might do, actually, just in the interest of time, so I might measure these and then come back and then tell you how big they were. So just give me 2 seconds. Okay, so we've measured all the cables. So like I said, the smaller one is about 3 feet, so that's about a meter. And the mid-sized one is about 6 feet, so that's about 2 meters or so. And then you've got the big guy here, which is 10 feet. Which is 3 meters. So you're looking at a good variety of cable lengths. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't know if I'd ever need 10 feet worth of cable, but to know that I have it is good. But anyway, like I said, the build quality looks really good. Everything feels really, really solid. The braided cables feel really nice. Definitely not going to kink. They're not going to tangle up or anything like that. And the actual connectors feel really good. They kind of have like that, not like a textured rubber to it, but yeah, it just feels more premium, I guess, than anything. All right, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take these aside. I'm just going to, because they're all essentially the same. I'm just going to take the small guy because obviously he's easier to see on camera. I'm going to move the rest of them aside here. And basically, I'm going to take my Blitzwolf fast charger. This is an 18-watt PD power bank. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug it into, I'm going to plug the USB-A side into this guy. And I always can never get it on the right spot. And what we're going to do is we are going to connect it to, and I want to see that. So, to be honest with you, I'm a bit disappointed with this LED. I'm just seeing it now for the first time. I thought it'd be a bit brighter. Let me take it off. So here's what you can see. All right, so you can see it's just this sort of gray. I'm going to put my hand over it. Can't see it. right? Now, if I plug this guy into the power bank, we'll get some juice flowing through it. You'll notice that the LED does come on, but it's very weak. And I gotta turn my power bank on, sorry, but it's not as bright as I thought it would be. I was thinking, it'd be great to have that sort of LED indicator at night next to your bed, whatever, or on a plane. Anybody who's ever charged anything on a plane knows that it can get quite dark in the cabin of a plane, and to have something that, is easy to find can be handy, particularly if you ride coach like I do, and, there's not a lot of room back there. Anyway, so a little bit disappointed with the LED indicator here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Amazon tablet here, and we will fire it up. And I need to unlock it, and apologies, brightness is not up. Let me change all this stuff. So as you can see, it's just here. Let me just turn the brightness up. There we go. All right, so we've got it up, and we've got the charging port right here. I'm just going to plug it in. And what do we got? Is it charging? There we go, charging. Apologies for my Brave notifications. I really need to shut those off. But obviously the cable is working, but it's not telling me whether it's fast charging or not. Let me see here. Let me turn off the screen. What we're going to do is we're just going to plug this guy in. So it just says charging. Now, I'm pretty sure, I can't remember if my Amazon tablet is fast charge compatible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a phone real quick that I know is fast charge compatible and make sure that this guy does it. So just bear with me. Okay, so what we've got here is a Xiaomi Mi A3, which I know definitely has fast charging capability. We've got my power bank, again, 18 watt power delivery compatible. We've got that really weak LED, which again, I'm not super enthused about. Let's plug this guy in and see what happens. Okay, so it says here, I don't know if you guys can see that, 82% charging rapidly. So again, these are fast charging cables. Again, it just depends on your device, whether the device itself has fast charge capabilities. If you're charging, whether that's a power bank or a brick or whatever, has that ability, this cable will do it. So what are my final thoughts? My final thoughts on these cables is that they're a steal. Like I said, I think that 5-pack was, I want to say $10 or $11. If I can find it on Amazon, I'll leave the link in the description. I want to say I maybe got them on sale, so it might be a little bit pricier today. But the build quality of the cable is really excellent. I like the fact that it comes in a variety of different sizes, so it's going to suit pretty much anybody. The LED is the only thing that I was a little disappointed with. I thought it could be just a tad bit brighter. Like, I recognize that you don't want something so ostentatious that it's going to be, sort of distracting or whatever, but it's a bit too subtle. I think it could be a little bit brighter just so that, they're a little bit easier to find, but, it is what it is. Most of my other cables don't even have an LED, so the inclusion of one is nice, but again, a little disappointed with that. But the cable itself feels really, really solid, and yeah, it's a steal at $10 for a pack of 5. I wouldn't sleep on that. If you can get that price, definitely grab them. I mean, look, even if they were a couple dollars more, I still think it's way better value than some of the others that are on the market. Now, as far as longevity, I can't speak to that. So I haven't been using these, obviously, for very long. I don't know if maybe they're going to, kick the bucket after a year or whatever. But hopefully not, because, I think these are great value. The build quality seems solid. And yeah, I would recommend. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Stick around. I'm going to try to get back into the swing of things and make some videos with some more regularity. I've got some other stuff that I've got. I've got another sort of like video series idea that I'm kind of kicking around. So definitely stay tuned. I'm going to be trying to pump out some content more regularly. Anyway, that's going to do it for me today. Thanks so much for watching. This is Gizmo Joe signing off.